We all good?
I'm not sure.
You can see me on the camera?
Hey, Jake, go ahead and pull it up on YouTube. See if we're good.
Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
it's up. It's up.
All good. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Curran and Jake College Football Podcast. Is this episode 13 or 14, Jake?
14.
14. Well, we're covering what? Week 13, Week 14, and Conference Championship weekend.
I know, and these past 2 weeks have been honestly insane, dude. Like, week 13 was kind of a cupcake week, not a lot of big games, but a lot of high-scoring games nonetheless. And then you gotta love rivalry week 14. It was honestly just insanely fun. And honestly, I think the best way we can start this off is recapping week 13. Our week 13 game was Oklahoma and Missouri, and Oklahoma beats Missouri 17-6. John Mateer had a pretty good game this game. It was pretty good to watch him play. I think he's still only averaging around 150 yards still, but I mean, he's still doing good for a quarterback who is trying to play through a pretty messed up hand.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, Oklahoma, they solidified their spot in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They're good. They didn't make the championship. It wasn't expected for them to make it. But congratulations to them. But one thing I want to talk about is for championship weekend coming up, there is so much drama going on right now. Especially with the SEC. Everybody's like, oh, we got Bama, Georgia again. You look at it, Bama's number 1 and Georgia's number 2, and you might be like, well, Georgia's ranked above them in the rankings. But it's Alabama beat Georgia, first of all, and they've only lost in the SEC by 2 points, and Georgia has only lost in the SEC by 3 points. That is insane.
Yeah, it's honestly, this is where college football just gets interesting to me, because we had that kind of four-way tie, before the break, and watching this unfold has been insanely interesting. And let's be real here. The past, 2 weeks since we've had our episode, a lot of stuff has
A
happened.
lot.
All right.
Do we want to go to our main topic about coaches?
Oh, yeah, let's go, because there's a lot of hot opinions out there. So there's the first one we have to start off with is Lane Kiffin, the biggest troll in college football, if you ask me.
Going to LSU.
90 million.
Woo! Yeah, I would have switched up for that type of money.
Poor Marty Smith was in the same suit since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that is.
Now, what's even funnier, the amount of people who went to go boo him. I saw an Instagram post. A woman brought her baby to that. And what's even worse, people were trying to, stop him from getting to the plane, apparently. There are rumors that people were trying to make him, swerve off the road or something. That Ole Miss fans are crazy.
I mean, you're losing one of your best coaches in program history.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Now, I want to ask you what you thought of when he said, the coaches either come with me or I'm leaving y'all behind. What did you think about that?
Well, he said he wanted to bring his staff, but he also he said he wanted to play the playoff game before going.
Yes.
Ole Miss didn't allow that. That's what we know so far. We don't know if that's the truth or not, but that's what we know so far.
Yeah.
And then we don't know if any of his other coaching staff is going with him yet.
Well, no, all right. I know the defensive coordinator stayed. I know he stayed.
Didn't he become the head coach?
Yes, he's right now
Their permanent head coach.
Yeah, but
that is a risky hire.
But also his offensive coordinator left, but then came back. So I'm wondering what kind of happened there. Maybe there was a disagreement with him and Lane Kiffin. I don't know, but honestly, I think Lane Kiffin probably made the right. LSU gets a lot more, money, a lot more scholarships to there.
Maybe Brian Kelly was just the problem. Maybe it was just him. Maybe Garrett Nussmeier is just not that guy at quarterback. They just had a couple bad years. Maybe Lane Kiffin will bring that back up. Or maybe it's just the whole team and Lane Kiffin just made a really bad decision.
I mean, his daughter's probably happy with him being at LSU.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next we probably might have brought it up last episode, but we should probably still go over it. James Franklin at Virginia Tech. Probably the smartest move he could have probably made. Easier conference. Right now, next season, he's looking like he'll only have a one-ranked opponent, which would be probably Miami, unless Clemson can kind of recover after this season.
They probably will.
Yeah.
But you look at it, James Franklin is not playing, what's a better opportunity for me? He is playing the game of destroying Penn State from the outside at this point. He has taken almost every recruit. Penn State is ranked dead last out of every single college football team in recruiting. They have 2 recruits.
Yeah, so this
all year.
Yeah, because this Wednesday was signing day.
Yeah.
I was watching it actually live before the football team went and watched some college film. You know, got to stay in the grind. But also, you want to know how many signees Virginia Tech had?
Virginia Tech had 42.
Exactly.
Or it was either 32 or 42.
I think
3-star recruits.
And I mean, for Virginia Tech,
You
that's
can get, you
not
can
horrible.
get that many. A team can get that many recruits in a year. Yeah, you're good. You're
And
awesome.
Honestly, this might be the fall of Penn State. You know.
No, they're still gonna be a dominant team. This was just, I don't know. This is just a really bad year. I mean, they literally made it to their conference championship, and made it to the second round of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And then, they had an off season like other couple teams have been doing this year, and then you just go ahead and fire James Franklin.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you haven't won ranked games, but he just led y'all to the playoffs, and now you're just going to get rid of him for having one bad year?
It was definitely one of the coaching decisions that shocked us the most, I feel like.
I don't think that was the right time to fire him, because now, look,
Yeah, y'all are struggling now. You only got 2 signees. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure last year they had way more than 2.
he may not have been the best coach for winning, but he's one of the best coaches for recruiting.
Oh, yeah. Now, speaking of new coaches going to different places, Auburn finally got a new head coach and a decent one at that. We got Alex Golesh coming from
South Florida.
South Florida,
And
yeah.
this is bad for Bama fans because, yeah, we might beat Auburn, but it's a struggle against South Florida every year.
All right. Now, also, what we used to say, the luckiest coach of all time, Billy Napier, has arrived as the head coach at James Madison.
I literally found out this news as soon as I was walking into school this morning.
Yeah, because I had heard a bunch of rumors that he was going to Tulane. That's where I would
No,
thought.
Tulane was definitely not going to hire him.
Well, that's
But,
where I saw.
He might be coaching in the playoffs.
I know. That's honestly crazy.
But for them to make the playoffs, they need Virginia to lose the ACC championship, so we have no ACC teams.
They need to beat Troy in the championship game tonight.
They need to beat Troy, and they need Virginia to lose, because the loser of North Texas Tulane is going to fall out.
Yeah. All right. Now we have Ryan Silverfield at Arkansas. Not a horrible pick. I feel like he will definitely be a way better coach than
Hey, he beat Arkansas this year.
Exactly.
So that's true.
I honestly think that will definitely help raise the program a little bit. There's still a lot I don't really know about this coach yet.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how he does. And then to sum it all up, we have John Summerall at Florida. Florida
Coming from Tulane.
Yeah, and I think that was their best choice, but because he's definitely a very offensive coach, I feel like. So I'm wondering how the defense will look. But I mean, hey, Florida, I think he was the best pick for Florida.
Yeah, I think John Summerall was probably after James Franklin got hired, he was the number 2 coach that teams were looking at for a while behind Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
And so most people thought Lane Kiffin was going to stay at Ole Miss or go to the pros. And
I
so
thought he was
John
gonna stay.
Summerall was the number 1 for LSU for like a good week and a half.
Yeah.
Before Lane Kiffin went there. So now Florida's going to pick him up. This is a very good improvement by Florida for this.
I feel like all the teams are now kind of getting James Madison might be a little bit of a disimprovement, maybe.
I don't know who their coach was before, but
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like every coach that got hired to the team was an improvement, if you ask me.
I would agree with that.
All right. But back to our recap of Week 13. We also had Vanderbilt beating Kentucky 45-17. Diego Pavia just proves he's that guy. And let's be real here. There's a reason he is a contender for Heisman. And that's because, let's be real here, he carries that Vanderbilt team on his back. He is scrappy. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. What can he not do?
Win against good teams.
I mean,
Think about it. He lost to Texas. He lost to Bama.
but they also, I'm going to give this Vanderbilt team some credit. They did stop, debatably, the best running team in the SEC, which was Missouri.
So did everybody else. They're 4-4 in the conference.
That's fair. What?
Blake needs to be quiet because
What are they
he is not winning in his own tournament. But going on. Oh, I was on the topic of Diego Pavia. He goes on Twitter and is asking Trump to sign whatchamacallit.
It's something to make it's like to change the rules. It's essentially what
I forget what it's called.
Essentially, what he's trying to do is like just make the playoffs big, like more teams.
He wants Trump to sign an executive order to make the college football playoffs 16 teams and have 4 SEC and 4 Big Ten teams. So Vandy can make it as a 16th seed.
What do you think about this? I'm
That is a horrible idea.
I love what Vanderbilt has done this year, and they're going to get a bowl game. There's no doubt in my mind. But, dude,
But you look at it. I think they're sixth
They've
or
only-
7th in the SEC, and so if you're this good, but you're that far down in your own conference, don't ask for people to give you handouts.
At
You're
this,
not gonna get it.
you can't get your cake and eat it
Because
twice.
in the playoffs already you have Georgia, Bama,
Texas A&M.
A&M, Oklahoma, Ole Miss.
Ole
That's
Mi-
5 SEC teams in the playoffs,
And while
and
we
you have Texas still above them because they had the head-to-head win. They're
What-
not getting in at all.
Yeah, it's a funny situation. And look, all respects to Diego. He's a hard worker, but dude, you're in your 6th year, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, we'll see you in the
Year 7 next year.
no. What's the smaller league? The USFL or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see you there next year.
All right. Next, we got Notre Dame dominating Syracuse,
Ooh.
70-7. Jeremiah Love had a killer game. that
Yeah,
game.
you talk about carry a team on your back. Talk about Jeremiah Smith carrying Notre Dame on his back all year.
You're not
Don't
wrong.
look at me like that. You know it's true.
You're
You know
not.
it's true.
You're honestly not wrong.
You know, he's my Heisman favorite because there's not really been good quarterback play in the last couple of weeks.
It's been weird. Like Heisman drop and fall so fast. It is crazy.
Like I was hearing Ty Simpson was 1 or 2 pretty much all year, and then he had a close game against someone. He kind of dropped down, and
Was
then
it-
that loss to Oklahoma dropped him
It
out.
was South
completely.
Carolina. It was South Carolina that put him at that border.
And then that loss to Oklahoma put him out completely.
I know. All right. Next, we have the Battle of the Brains, is what I'm going to call it. Yale beating Harvard 45-28. How do you think this works? Because everyone knows these schools for being insanely hard to get into, insanely smart. Like, do you think like they calculate like the exact trajectory of how they're going to throw and stuff?
No, I
Like-
don't think they're young Sheldon smart. They're more of just nerds. They're just
You think you could beat them?
they're just athletic nerds. That's
Athletic
all they
nerds.
are.
All right. Now we got Oregon beating USC 42-27. A good win for Oregon. Dante Moore had a pretty good game this game. I'm pretty sure he threw for around over 250 yards, give or take.
I don't know the exact stats, but this is a very good win for Oregon. USC being a top 20 team at the time, I think they still are.
They still are.
And everybody's like, "Oh, you lost to Indiana and the Big Ten's weak this year." This is a good win for Oregon. They did drop down from 4 to 5 though.
Yeah, I will say, Oregon. You know, they're a top 5 team. But honestly, other than Indiana, and now I guess you can't say USC because they are ranked above. I think they were in the top 20. Who's the Big Ten really played though? That's where like
Yeah, the big teams don't play each other. I know Indiana, Oregon did, but Ohio State don't play any big teams.
Mm-hmm.
And like Indiana and Oregon, besides them playing each other, the biggest team they have to play is USC. I don't think Indiana even plays them.
Yeah, it's just it makes me, and obviously we're going to be biased. We're from the South, but it's just statistically, I would rather watch hard teams play hard teams than watching these Big Ten teams play cookie cutter teams. Like,
That is so true.
all right, now we have Pittsburgh beating Georgia Tech 42-28.
The fall of Georgia Tech this year has to be studied.
It's honestly like the Texas A&M from last year. They did
Yes,
so good.
So good, you lose your last 3 games of the season.
I
and
know.
You're completely out of everything.
I know, and it's like they're not even in the ACC championship no more. Neither is also Miami, but
Yeah.
like and those are 2 teams we've been very highly praising this year. So the fact that
yeah.
none of them are like because I'm pretty sure we made the prediction that those were definitely going to be the ACC championship.
I said Miami, Georgia Tech was your
how
ACC champion.
how wrong we are. That's why we need to calm down our predictions.
Here, we'll get to that in a moment. Our next game up is where is it? A&M beat Samford. Jake Gardner.
Love you, dude.
We didn't get any points from him. 48-0.
Look, we love Jake Gardner. You know, alumni at Pelham here, but this game, after the first quarter, I just could tell. Oh, this is gonna be a train wreck.
All right, and then what's his name?
James Franklin. No,
Did James Franklin coach last week?
I don't think I think he's not coaching till next year. I think.
Okay, well, I was about to say Virginia Tech losing to Miami was their last win or their last game without James Franklin.
Yeah.
But Miami wins 34-17. We know Virginia Tech's not good this year.
Yeah, and this Miami team, they're still a pretty good team, but honestly, they're not playing to how they were at the beginning of the season. Because at the beginning of the season, they were explosive, they were dominant.
I remember at one point I had 3 Miami players in my Heisman list.
I know.
I don't have a single one anymore.
Carson Beck kind of, I don't know. Same thing that happened in Georgia. He started off pretty hot, and then he just kind of got dumber.
And then Ruben Bain on that defense. He was the number 1 defensive player going into the season. He was number 1 for most of the season. Now I don't even see him going top 10 in mock drafts anymore.
I know, and it's just I don't know what happened with Miami. It seems like they just put the brake on a little bit,
I mean, they have 2 bad losses, but they have good ones. But
Yeah,
we'll get to that when we talk about them in Notre Dame.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
That will be interesting.
All right, and then we had a couple more cupcake games. Auburn beats Mercer 62-17.
Can I talk about this game real quick? We put in Deuce Knight. And oh my gosh, did he not turn out this game? 6 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 2 passing, 401 yards. His first game starting. And that's 162 rushing yards. He had a 75-yard touchdown. 239 of those were passing yards. He was 15 for 20 on his pass. Look, you got to admit this. For not having him start a single game this year, there was not a better way he could have turned up that game.
Yeah, but he's playing Mercer.
Yeah.
And their defense allowed 17 points.
Hey, we don't have a coach, so what?
Hey, that's not a me problem. But Alabama beats Eastern Illinois 56-0.
That was a good game.
We had
for y'all.
all 3 of our quarterbacks play.
I feel like a lot of teams did that when we had these. You get all 3 quarterbacks to go in, dude.
And you know who looked the best? Austin Mack did.
Yeah, that was weird.
Austin Mack looks like our best quarterback, and he's sitting behind Ty Simpson. This man, I think he's 6'6", and he's almost as fast as Ty Simpson.
Yeah, it's
and
weird.
He's not starting, and he looked great throwing the ball. He was insane with running the ball in that third quarter. And then they put Keelan in the 4th, and Keelan did amazing as well. Ty Simpson really didn't look that good this game.
Well, I know we'll get to this game later, but have y'all? Or I don't remember which game it was, honestly. But have you seen that image of where Ty Simpson got lit up and his helmet's facing the wrong way? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's so
I
funny.
don't think I have.
All right, but then after that, we got into our rivalry week. Now we didn't have an episode on this.
No, it was the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, so. All right, now this was honestly for me, I think, a bigger upset than the Auburn and Bama game. Texas beat Texas A&M 27-17. Arch Manning, I owe you an apology. I am so sorry.
I mean, I'm just gonna talk about A&M here. Everybody's like, "Oh, A&M, they had 1 bad loss. How did they not have a guaranteed spot in the SEC championship if this is their only loss?" And that is because A&M has not beat an SEC opponent that's in the top half of the SEC. All of their SEC wins are in the bottom half.
And I think it honestly just helped that they made insane they were scoring insanely high.
Yeah.
And I think that's what helped them. But and also, some people will say, South Carolina was being, and I was like, yeah, but they also made a pretty insane.
They made an insane comeback.
So
it's kind of like the Bama South Carolina game.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're losing for most of the game,
but
I mean that comeback is insane.
Yeah.
You have to just get rid of that whole
yeah.
half.
And honestly, they're not in the SEC championship, but I think they'll make it pretty far in the playoffs.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Their best conference win is a 4-4 Missouri.
Yeah, that's honestly, I can just see it going either way for me. They'll either do really good or lose in the first round.
That's so true.
All right, now we got Iron Bowl. Alabama beat Auburn 27-20. I was honestly a little shocked that we even tied the game for as long as we did.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch that third quarter.
I could hear your dad. He.
Yeah, I had to go do something during that third quarter, and I came back And that fourth quarter, I saw it 20-20. I was like,
Woo.
what are we doing? We were just up 17-0.
Yeah, and it honestly goes to what's even worse is I went back and looked at all of Auburn's losses. It's been by like a touchdown almost, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's what honestly hurts the most. And you know, this season has been hard. But now with a new coach, I'm excited for the next season and well, hey, that solidified Alabama in the
In
for
the playoffs, they got ranked over Notre Dame.
So
So-
I'll give them credit where credit is due. They just simply outplayed us, but you know, that's life. We're going to have a better season next year.
And looking at this from an Alabama perspective, there is so much drama coming after this game
Oh yeah.
because Lane Kiffin was
He delayed.
waiting on this game to make his decision.
He was wondering if they lose because let's be real here, if they would have lost, DeBoer would have gone to Penn State so fast.
Yeah, okay, so there's two types of drama coming out of this game. Receiver drama and coach drama. So we're going to talk about the coaching one. If Alabama lost the Iron Bowl, DeBoer most likely is going to get fired, and he's going to take that Penn State job like everybody said he
He
would.
would have. When I said people were trying to swerve into Lane Kiffin to try to like, if that is true, it's still only rumors.
He was going to go to Alabama.
Oh no! But if DeBoer lost that game, people would not have tried to swerve him off the road. They would have just hit his car and just
Yeah,
threw him in a
because Lane
ditch.
Kiffin would have went to Alabama.
He would have.
If that spot opened up.
That would have been like your guy's top pick if.
Exactly. But then talking about the receiver drama, Ryan Williams did not get a single target in the entire Iron Bowl. And so they're like, oh, he's getting paid a bunch of money to go to LSU with Lane Kiffin next season.
I honestly don't see that happening though, because why would Lane Kiffin want? And now, like I said, I've said this, it can change next season or the season after that. He's still got what, 3 years left?
Yeah, no, two.
Two.
This
Right.
is sophomore.
Right, but I mean, right now he's showing only to be a one-season wonder, and if that continues, Lane Kiffin's not going to want him, or if that, he'll bench him.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave either. He has an Alabama tattoo on his leg.
Yeah, that'd be
He's not leaving.
a little awkward.
But you know what came out of this game? Another receiver blossoming in Isaiah Horton with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and what's even worse is I feel so bad for Cam Coleman.
Cam Coleman is transferring after the season, especially after that fumble at the end of the game.
And it's honestly, you can't even chalk that down for the reason why we lost, honestly, because like Coach Newton said when he came on here, there are around 8 significant plays that determine the game, and sadly that was one of them.
That was the most significant play though.
Yeah.
That they were in a great drive they were going into the red zone with that play and he fumbled it away.
I know. It's heartbreaking.
Like you say, oh, there's multiple plays that cost this game. But for that situation, there's no other play. That is the play that lost you the game.
Yeah. All right, now moving on to the Egg Bowl, we have Ole Miss beating Mississippi State 38-19. Honestly, the only really decent fight of this rivalry week. I was hoping for more. But, you know, Lane Kiffin, his final win at Ole Miss, you know, because originally we thought, right after the Egg Bowl, he would announce. He doesn't. We wait Saturday. Still nothing. Poor Marty Smith. Finally, Sunday, we finally had the confirmation. And let's be real here. Thank gosh he won at Ole Miss, because if he would have lost and then moved, I don't think he would have made it to the plane. They would have been so mad at him.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I thought you were about to say didn't make it to the playoffs. I was like,
No.
wait, what?
No.
But yeah, a good win by Ole Miss. Every time you beat your rival, it's always a good win.
Well, and it was
for you.
also at Mississippi State, and I know we got some Mississippi State fans in the school, but let's be real here. Those cowbells are so annoying, and that's got to be tough to play with. So, you know, I mean, kudos to Ole Miss for doing that. And Mississippi State's offense just, you know, they put together for a few drives, but a lot of drives they just looked really inconsistent.
Yeah, I didn't watch most of this game, but I watched a bunch of highlights of it.
I listened to most of it on the way to my grandparents' house. Now we have the game. Ohio State finally ends the Michigan curse, a 4-year curse, beats Michigan at Michigan, a snow game as well.
Yeah,
Beat them 27-9.
I was watching this game. I've been talking bad about the Big Ten. I was watching this game. This was a great environment to be playing in.
This is football weather at its peak.
If I were to go see any game in person throughout this
one
whole
of them.
weekend,
this is one.
Obviously, I got to go with the Iron Bowl at 1.
Oh, have you ever been to an Iron Bowl?
But no, the game the game is right up.
Right
This
there.
year's the game was right up there.
Oh, wait. I have to ask. Have you ever been to an Iron Bowl?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. Here, I'm an Auburn fan, and I'll say this: one day I will take you to one. The atmosphere is unmatched.
Oh, I bet it is. But I'm talking about you.
The game. This is.
Snow is the best time to play football.
I know. And
There's
honestly,
nothing better than it.
And honestly, what's even funnier, we all remember last year's when Michigan planted the flag in the Ohio State, that big bro. Michigan was not having that. Their
They
players
stayed on the field and defended that M.
Yeah, and honestly, it's crazy because we actually got the pick right. We were like, this is the year Ohio State ends the curse.
Well, I mean, yeah, Michigan's been bad for 2 years. They got a lucky win last season.
I know.
But what was it was 10-9, I think, going into halftime, and then Michigan didn't do anything in the second half. So
Yeah. All right, next we got Georgia beating Georgia Tech 16-9. A lot closer of a game than I thought it was going to be. This Georgia Tech defense really held its ground really well, but their offense does look nothing like they did at the beginning of the season when they were making explosive plays. It looks sad. That's the best way to put it for me.
I didn't even know this game happened.
Well, what's even worse? Last year they went into 8 overtimes.
That game was so good. But
I know.
This year
They
played so early this year that when I went to go watch Michigan Ohio State, because that was also an early game, Georgia and Georgia Tech had been finished for a while.
It was a Friday game. Yeah, it was a Friday game.
Oh, it was? Oh, I thought it was just an early morning Saturday game.
No. Because it was like Ole Miss and Georgia Tech were like Friday games.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't really watch those games. I wasn't watching football.
I
didn't know
watched.
they were playing on Friday, so I wasn't watching them.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I have to talk about this game. Vanderbilt whooped Tennessee 45-24. Dude, that is now these teams hate each other. And I'm from Tennessee. I have met a lot of Tennessee fans. They will tell me they hate Vanderbilt sometimes more than they hate Alabama. And to get beat in your own stadium that bad by a team that let's be real here, 2 years ago was pretty irrelevant. Mm-hmm. I love. Look, I'm so happy Vanderbilt got this good of a win. Look, Diego Pavia just proved he was that guy that game.
This also just proved how bad Tennessee has been this entire season. And they were still ranked, I think, going into this game.
I think they were like
24.
24.
I don't know how.
Well, let's be real here. We saw the cracks starting to form with Mississippi State. We saw that, and we saw Mississippi State was a pretty mid team. Mm-hmm. That's when the cracks started, and it started with their defense, and now it went all the way to their defense and also their offense. Joey Aguilar was struggling this game.
Dude, he's been struggling a lot this season.
I know.
Tennessee has not beaten a good team. The good teams they played were Georgia. They lost by 3. That is probably the best game they've had all season.
And honestly, you can kind of chalk that down to the kicker. That was kind of on him.
They lost to Alabama by 17. They lost to Oklahoma by 6.
Yeah.
And they lose to Vandy by 21.
Yeah. That's honestly just insane.
That is
And they were ranked highly at the beginning of the season. They were ranked pretty high.
I mean, they're only 8-4, but that's 4 conference losses.
Yeah. All right, now we got. Oh, this was I think this. Oh wait, I can't remember what game or day this was. But Oklahoma beats LSU 17-13. This was before the Kiffin hire, obviously.
This is the game I missed on Saturday.
Yeah.
I didn't even know when this game was happening. I didn't hear any news about it because the score was so low.
Yeah, and I'm honestly a little shocked. LSU held their ground, only losing by 4. That's pretty crazy. And this is an LSU team that has been struggling this season. Ranked insanely high. They had Garrett Nussmeier. Well, a very top contender for preseason Heisman talks. Mm-hmm. Now fallen to obscurity.
This shows the fraudulent side of Oklahoma. We have seen the fraudulent side of Oklahoma since the Texas game all season.
Yeah.
You look at it, they got blown out by Texas. Every time they play a good team, yes, they beat Alabama. They won by 2 points off of Alabama had 3 turnovers that game.
Yeah.
If Ty Simpson just threw better in that game, Bama would have won maybe by 14.
Yeah, and now that they're in the playoffs, I don't see them making it far at all.
Yeah, it's a scary time to be an Oklahoma fan because woohoo, we're in the playoffs. But your team has not looked good for most of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now we have USC beating UCLA 29-10. You know, UCLA, good Lord, thank gosh that's done. You know, they got the one win against Penn State. Good night. Like all you would see on social media is this is UCLA's comeback. This is UCLA's comeback. This has been
but that was supposed to be the Ohio State game. They lost by like 59.
my gosh. This has been like just pathetic, honestly, if you ask me. Like this is just downright sad.
Then Notre Dame showing their dominance once again against Stanford, 49-20.
I mean, that's expected. This is
This is a Stanford team that beat Florida State when we still thought Florida State was good this season.
Yeah, but still, in my opinion, the Notre Dame has now proven why they are ranked so high.
Mm-hmm.
So this was not really a shocker to me.
Then you have Virginia Tech. This game was looking close at the start of the game. And Virginia Tech was put on some good drives, but Virginia showing why they should be in the playoffs. This was their game
Oh yeah,
to show why, if they win their conference championship, why they should be a decent seed in the playoffs.
yeah, and I mean, hey, Virginia is now in the ACC championship, ranked 17th, I think. So you know, I'm interested to see how they do. And also, we have Indiana beating Purdue 56-3. This was honestly to be expected. You know, decent win right before, you know, your championship week game, and we'll get to that later. Utah beats Kansas 31-21. You know, Utah's ranked. Kansas ain't. Kansas hasn't really been playing good these past few weeks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, honestly, a little bit to be expected. Arizona beating Arizona State 23-7. Now, remember, I always remember that how Arizona State has just had a fall off since Mississippi State beat them.
Yeah.
Then they somehow got back in the top 25 and then left the next week.
That's so true. It's been weird for Arizona State. They were last in their conference and made it all the way to the second round of the playoffs. And it's been the complete opposite this season.
I know.
mean, they went from top of the top in their conference all the way. They're one of the worst teams in the Big 12.
I know. It's interesting. We got Texas Tech beating West Virginia 49-0. That honestly, that was to be expected. This Texas Tech team is insane.
Yeah,
Now ranked number 4.
they're ranked number 4. You know what? If I was doing my own rankings, they would be number 2 or number 3 in my
Honestly,
opinion.
yeah, because they had that decent win against BYU.
I think the only true team that is better than them is probably Georgia.
Yeah, I could see an argument for that. Yeah. All right, now we got for our final to recap of Week 14, we got Florida beating Florida State 41-20. Florida State just I'm gonna say that he was mad. I was happy, you know, after that Bama win. I thought they were gonna do so good, and then they just fell off. Like I do not know.
Yeah,
what
they fell
happened.
off.
I do not know what that has to be studied. Like
I think that Virginia win just made them realize.
I think it just got in their heads.
We're not built for this.
They got in their heads, and you can just tell.
They spent all summer working on Bama and no one else.
And like, how did Mike Norville, you know, how did that happen? Like, how was he not fired?
Because he went undefeated 2 years ago.
I don't know. After this season, that was a pretty disappointing season.
Yeah. And this is a Florida team without a coach, by the way.
Yeah,
And DJ Lagway at quarterback.
I know. All right.
That's insane.
All right, now, there's not a lot of games, but we have our Week 15 preview, championship week. We got to start it off with the Big Ten. 11 BYU at number 4, Texas Tech. We've seen this game happen. We saw BYU struggled.
BYU didn't score a single point against Texas Tech.
And honestly, now, my buddy Gavin, he's running back for us. Love you, Gavin. But, dude, you picking BYU is the dumbest thing ever. Give me Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, they won 44-0. They're going to win by at least 30 again.
All right, next we got SBC Championship. Troy at James Madison, or number 25, James Madison. Honestly, I love Troy. I love the Troy Trojans. But honestly, James Madison
needs this win to even have a chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. No, wait, what? All right. Now we got 24 North Texas at 22 Lane.
Winner of this game has a guaranteed spot in the playoffs.
Honestly, I want to see Tulane get in the playoffs. Their offense has been outstanding. Give me Tulane.
Yeah, but they don't have a coach anymore.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
this could go North Texas's way.
I could see that. All right, next, an ACC championship game that honestly I did not see coming. Duke at 17 of Virginia.
7-5 Duke making the championship game over 2-loss Miami and what's the other 2-loss or 3-loss Georgia Tech now.
I know
It's insane. But Duke only has 2 conference losses, and Georgia Tech and Miami have 2 conference losses as well.
Yeah,
I don't know how Duke's ahead of them. They are. And what James Madison needs to go in the playoffs is they need to win against Troy. And then they need Duke to beat Virginia.
yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna say give me Virginia.
I don't know. Duke could pull this out. I haven't seen Duke all year, but they could do this.
All right, next we got number 3 Georgia at number 9 Alabama. Usually I would honestly say how Georgia's been playing after, but I don't know what happens with Kirby Smart when he plays Bama
In the SEC championship.
And honestly, Georgia, while Alabama's run game has a lot to be desired, Georgia could not stop the pass game. So, if they can do that, they will win. I feel like if they can stop the pass game, they will win. But it's honestly going to come down to Ty Simpson and Gunnar Stockton, who is going to be the more dominant quarterback, and I'm honestly going to go with Bama.
I'm going to go with Bama as well because, first of all, Bama won at Georgia already.
Exactly.
Second of all, Georgia is not good in the SEC championship against Alabama.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is I was talking to someone about this. Georgia and Alabama could play 3 times this season.
That's crazy.
And if they do and Alabama wins all 3 times, the thing was, I was talking with this person, if they win all 3 times and they make it to the national championship and lose, people will want the Bower fired for losing the national championship and Kirby Smart takes the Alabama job.
That would be crazy. All right, and to end off this episode, we're going to have our final prediction. We have number 1, Ohio State versus number 2, Indiana. This will show who the fraud is in these 2 teams.
And we already know it. Ohio State is winning by 20 in this game. We already know it. They're the only good team in their conference.
Mendoza has been a good quarterback, but honestly, I think Ohio State just has way too many playmakers. Let's be real here. Indiana really only has Mendoza.
Yeah, and Ohio State has probably the 2 best defensive players in all of college football at this point.
Yeah, honestly, give me Ohio State, and that concludes our episode today.
All right, thank y'all for watching. Our next episode is going to not be live. It's going to be in our Christmas telethon. It's going to be a shorter episode. It's mainly just going to be playoff and bowl game review.
And also a very special guest that episode.
Oh, we do?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, stay tuned for it. Check out the Christmas telethon, and we'll see y'all then.